Last we left off, I believe we were on a rescue mission in this very dark place. Good job. Stumbled over my own words, one sentence into the video.
Mr. Drayton, are you there? What on earth?
Harry had always suspected that the starry wisdom was something far more sinister than a simple astronomical society. And as soon as he stepped into their inner sanctum, his worst fears were confirmed.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This is pretty awesome looking, but it's a little culty. Okay, that doesn't do anything. These are tumblers? Yes. Okay. That's a lot.
Egyptian hieroglyphs? Apparently, the only way to get into the Pharaoh's office is by getting the right combination on the statues downstairs. And I bet my life that Pharaoh is Caleb Bowen.
Only once participants have aligned the elements of their statues with the Great Black Pharaoh descend from his chambers to begin the ritual. Okay. Drawers are all empty.
This elevator doesn't seem to have a call button. I don't know what to do with it.
Assuming that will be activated by this. We're gonna need a lot more clues first, though.
These people are out of their minds, no doubt about it. And they clearly have a pathological obsession with Egypt. There's a pyramid in the center of this chamber. I wonder if... Certain sections of this pyramid seem to move.
For a moment, Harry wondered whether it was a good idea to mess with the mechanism, but he quickly dismissed the thought. Even if it meant alerting someone, he had to find Evangeline and get out of there.
Maybe we align these to be the same. Which means there can only be one. Oh, no, that can't be the case. Because this one doesn't have a sun on it at all. Huh. Are there just 3 symbols? Maybe we need to get one of each. So this would have to be the star. No, that's not going to work. So that one's correct. This one's theoretically correct. This one cannot be correct. This could be correct. I mean, that was okay. Star, sun, moon, star, sun, moon, star, sun, moon. So that's one of each on each, but that didn't do anything. So there must be more to it.
Stellae Sapientis, the Starry Wisdom Society, Providence. Only those who have been enlightened know the divine geometry of the tetrahedron, which grants access to the gates of knowledge. What's this load of baloney?
Oh, okay.
A tetrahedron.
See, now this indicates that it is all the same symbols. Wait, was I just... Hold up. Maybe I was thinking about this incorrectly. Maybe I was right to start. No, because this can't ever have a sun on this corner, but it could have a moon. Yeah, okay, maybe that's how I got myself confused here. And this can have the sun. Yeah, okay. So I was on the right path to begin with, and then okay. This is very elaborate. Must be... that would seem correct. But it's not. Why is it not correct? What is it about this top? Oh. And there must... yeah, it was the empty space.
Yes, the doors to the upper rooms are open.
It's a fun little gadget to play with. Oh, nice statues. Okay.
This looks like an astronomer's office. So these freaks have masks, code names, and hieroglyphs assigned to each of them.
You know the code name for the new member. What do you think of Orion? We also assigned him the hieroglyph we discussed. The symbol would match his mask just as yours does. You know what you think. After all, astronomy is your domain. From the Pharaoh.
Different constellations. It would take a good eye to locate all of them in the night sky. Heaven's sake. These kooks really are obsessed with ancient Egypt.
Okay. Egyptian weeks.
This book seems to recount traditions of ancient Egypt.
Seasons. Yeah, okay. So the Akhet is the season of Nile's flooding. Parrot. Season of emergence of crop growth. Shimu. Season of harvest. Okay. Okay, we're probably gonna have to match those together at some point. An
archaeologist's office for sure. There's something written in German in these pages.
Although Harry's German was a bit rusty, he understood what it meant.
Yeah? Did he? I hope he wrote that in his notebook, because I don't know German. The direction of the figure's face determines the opposite reading direction. Subtle guide for the reader's eye to navigate realms hidden in stone. The character's face right, the text is read from right to left. The face left, the text is read left to right. Okay. I guess that's just what it said in the German there. So these must be the names.
This must be the group's official photographer.
It's a fancy camera you got there. And some broken pottery.
This guy has been all over the world.
Yeah. That's that would be Angkor Wat.
The letter laid bare the bad blood between some of the cult members. Something pretty common when power-hungry fanatics are involved.
Do not address me as Larry during the rituals again. Just something very funny about that. Like, Larry feels like it could not be further from a ritualistic name.
A bin full of discarded prints.
Okay.
Trays with various chemical substances. They even have the molecular structures written on the bottles. Looks like a device to make prints from photographic film.
Sure, we're gonna have to mix these at some point. Or at least identify them. Perhaps we can develop our own photos or something. So Larry's links. We got that.
This office looks expensive. Must belong to some sort of dilettante. What nonsense are they talking about now?
Oh, okay. I mean, that just straight up tells us how these are ordered. Position name, role, code name. Hieroglyphs. So they have the real names on here? That's weird. We could probably solve one of those potentially already.
This fella clearly has expensive tastes. I'm impressed.
That's interesting. I would have come across that he was a drunk.
The robbery at my house could have gone way worse, all things considered.
I don't see why Pharaoh put so much faith in Eridanus. He's nothing more than a big-headed fool, and know he wouldn't be able to fetch that statuette. What good were all his hypnosis tricks? Would have been a heck of a lot easier just to send me. I'm the strongest and largest in the group, after all. A couple of punches and we'd have the relic by now.
You have to be some kind of narcissist to snap a pic of yourself. Especially if it's just to show off your muscles.
Built like a brick house.
October 29th.
Okay, that's definitely one of the dates. Oh, today is October 29th. That's interesting. Their position in that month's order of the ritual. Okay. I think I'm slightly more confused on the date aspect of this now, but
Just an office. But this couch, maybe from a psychiatrist's office?
there's that metronome.
Metronome still makes my skin crawl. He sounds glad to be rid of him.
So get rid of that idiot, at least in the rituals.
Pharaoh already announced the ritual positions. I'll have to be next to Orion nearly all year.
Harry immediately recognized the voice of Dr. Frog in the Throat.
I've always despised spoiled rich kids, and Orions, no exception. I'll have to pretend I tolerate him, but luckily I'm fairly skilled at pretending.
Okay. It's the first rotation where I don't have to go next to him in the ritual.
Drat. This is my prescription from Dr. Frog in the Throat.
Hmm. What do we got here?
1955. So they've been doing this for a while now.
Felix is
roll
the
of
photographer.
I wonder what's on it.
Okay, so we took that, so we should be able to potentially develop that film. I think there's one more door here.
This looks like a biologist's office. The shelf is packed with every kind of specimen. Looks like it came straight out of Dr. Frankenstein's lab.
Okay, so the developer, Stop Bath, and the Fixer. It's obviously kind of messed up, but yeah. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, even though it's smudged.
I'm sure I could name all the fish in this aquarium.
Much to his dismay, Harry had become something of an expert on fish, especially those with striking spotted patterns.
Hmm.
They rotated the positions. What does that mean?
Last time I had to go last and I didn't like it. Okay.
Looks like even kooky cultists have a love life. Who would have thought?
Life isn't all hocus pocus. Just say the word and we'll have a drink sometime. Okay. Oh.
Hanging your college diploma on the wall while you're in some sort of weird cult doesn't strike me as the smartest idea.
I would agree with that. I mean, anything that's identification seems like a terrible idea. Okay, let's go process this photo at least. I think it was in here, right? Also, it is. I'm surprised it doesn't make me turn off my flashlight here. Okay, so we need to do 1, 2, 3. Two. Three. There we go.
Good. I've developed the photo.
We've got some masks here as well. Okay. So this... Okay. Boy, this is a lot to put together. Holy crap. Do we actually have all the pieces? I think so. But I am concerned because there is a lot to put together here. All right, we can head back downstairs.
Egyptian hieroglyphs?
So one of my concerns is, oh, okay, the masks are attached. Okay. I don't like that whole they rotated thing. I'm concerned that these are not going to be matching. But see, that's also interesting because are there two? So this is where I'm stuck. Lynx was Larry, right? Am I not reading that correctly? Stop calling me Larry. Signed Lynx. But the Lynx in this photo would seem to be Patricia. So if we're starting from this date, would be two of these to start this. No. It would be the third. And we read it this way. So from right to left. I wish I could like mark this. Which would mean that their position in that month's order of ritual. So you would be first. So let's go put that right away. You're one. Two is maybe I don't understand this. Orion and Astronomer have masks similar to their hieroglyphs. But do the rest not? That's my concern. Maybe they don't. But you in the ordering would be a bird, and you would be last. But which bird? I think this one. Because there is no hieroglyph with a long beak. So I think you would be last. And I think Pharaoh is the big guy who is... We don't know. Also, it's very quiet in this area. I don't have to go next to him in the rotation. So you're not next to Orion. She was last in the previous rotation. So she's not last in this rotation. He is the strongest and the largest. And it seems to, it makes sense to me that he is Pharaoh. Oops. You are the psychiatrist. We know that. So if we say you're the largest, you are maybe Howard. You are the dilettante. Oh. Pharaoh doesn't have a listing. Shoot. The Larry Lynx thing is really throwing me off because it's just... What's also crazy about this is there is not a white cat mask, like at all. And all the rest of these match. Oh, wait, no, maybe the Anubis one doesn't match either. Always next to Orion in the ritual. You hated being last in the previous rotation. So the previous rotation, last was this. I think we have all of hers. But what order? Oh, okay. Wait. No. So you were second. Do we assume you're the Lynx, though? maybe the stop calling me Larry isn't a betraying the code names, but not knowing who's under the mask. If that's true, so you would be second. You would be Patricia. You would be the... Are you the biologist? Yes. You would be Lynx, and your symbol is this. You are last. And you are... maybe you're Larry? You're not Eugene. And you're not the young kid. I'm assuming that's the implication of the hair. Orion and the astronomer have masks similar to their hieroglyphs. So you must be Orion. Are you Larry? You are the archaeologist? Orion? So that means the other person is probably not Lynx. And that's yours? Which means that... Yeah, this tracks because Eugene and
This isn't right.
Eugene and Felix are not next to each other, which is correct. Felix is astronomer. This doesn't make any sense. Because if this is... That can't be right. Yeah, this can't be right. Because this is supposed to be the astronomer. Mass similar to their hieroglyphs. Which I assume is referencing this creature. Which is like an alligator. Or a crocodile. But this is showing this person is the biggest. Unless this photo is just wrong. Because this would mean you have to be the astronomer. Maybe you are Eugene. You're a psychiatrist. Eurydice. And 2 would be what? 2 would be... Wait. No. You're not 2. You were, Oh, I guess we don't know what the order would be. We could assume you're 3. Which would be... this. And then we could assume that this is 2. This is Felix. He is a photographer. That's not an option. Maybe you're the rich guy. You would be Corvus. And 2. No, you can't be. You're 4, not 2. I can't be either because you 2 would be. He said they're the order in the rotation, not the order in the. Next to him in the ritual, but maybe it's not the same as the order that is downstairs. So this has to be incorrect.
Nope, I'm getting something wrong.
All right, look. I'm going to try to at least get this started with the hints because I am super stumped. Yeah, there's a woman holding a cat mask, called with the crocodile mask tallest and strongest. Only 4 calls appear in the film. The first one is the person taking it. Right. Okay, so I'm not far off. So wait a minute, this photo is different. The hint photo is different. Okay, but so we know that Patricia is definitely cat mask. And we know what her symbol is. We know that this is her symbol. So crocodile mask has got to be I think it has to be Howard. You are not the astronomer, though. That part's driving me nuts, right? Let's see what the next hint says. Yes. This one we know. Psychiatrist mask is never shown. His name is Eugene. Yep. His codename is Aridness. Yep. His hieroglyph is almost always placed next to the rich kid, the dilettante, so it must be the bird and feather symbol. I don't get why that's the case. I don't get why that's the case. So that's supposedly correct. So bird and feather symbol. So is this his symbol? Is it? Are we actually operating under the idea that they are next to each other? In which case, Felix would be 3? His symbol would be this one. Which means that maybe Howard was the astronomer. And I was just misremembering.
Damn it didn't work. I need to go over it again.
Trisha, biologist. Links. That's correct. Eugene, psychiatrist. Eridanus. That's correct. Howard, astronomer. Larry, archaeologist. Maybe you're... No, how can this be correct? I feel like I'm going crazy. Today is the 29th, so they're not next to each other. The dilettante is not the rich kid, right? Or maybe he is? I was assuming the rich kid was the photographer. I guess that's not true. It's not. He's the archaeologist. Okay. Okay. So you are the rich guy. I have made mistakes. The photographer is the archaeologist. Larry is not the archaeologist. Or he's the astronomer?
Damn it didn't work. I need to go over it again.
I feel like Eugene... No. That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Maybe the code name is wrong. Or stop calling me Larry. Signed Lynx. The archaeologist is Lynx. So these do not line up with the masks, which is extremely confusing. Right? Lynx. In which case, you have to be... Orion was mentioned. Always next to Orion. Okay, so Orion is Howard. Which means you are this, which makes you this,
I'm getting something
God,
wrong.
my brain is absolutely melting. Larry and Lynx are the same person. If you only have one statue with both the real name and the code name empty, fill it with Larry and Lynx. So Larry and Lynx, we have that, right? No. Yeah, because this is what I thought. But this is not Lynx. Larry is Lynx, is the archaeologist. Is the photographer. So you are Larry. Lynx, archaeologist. And you don't like being next to the rich kid. Okay. In the previous rotation. Yes, that is correct. So this is Patricia. This is Eugene. This is Howard. This is Orion. And this is Larry. So Orion... How can that be correct? I'm losing it. I'm losing it, team. He is the strongest and the largest. You are not Orion, though. Almost always placed next to the rich kid. Which has to be this. And it wasn't this time. And he's first. But you are not Orion. You are Orion. Okay, so these are not in order. These are not written in order. This is Orion. This is the astronomer. Okay, so the astronomer is... not Larry. It's Felix?
This isn't right.
Which means that... Larry is Lynx, is the archaeologist, is third. Patricia is second. Eugene. Orion. Orion is last. Wait, no. Astronomer is last. It's breaking my brain that the code names and the masks are not the same. Okay. What's the next hint? Oh, okay. Well, how far off were we? You were Orion. Howard, Dilettante, Orion. We got that. Felix, archaeologist. There we go. is 3 on the bird. Wait, what? He sent the letter. The letter wasn't in his office. Right. Okay. That was my brain not being correct. So you are Felix. And you are you're the archaeologist, right? And it's this, which means that Larry, where's Larry? We don't have a Larry right now. You're a Larry. Yeah, you're Larry. You are an astronomer. No. Larry, astronomer, Lynx.
This isn't right.
Right. We knew that. Okay, that's that. If I had thought about that for 2 more seconds, this has got it. So this is it, right? Holy crap! My head hurts.
That elevator. It must be the access to Bowen's office. Evangeline has to be there. I'm sure of it.
I think what I should have started doing is starting writing my own additional notes, because trying to keep all this in my head while deciphering some of this definitely was putting me in the wrong place. I think the 2 things that were breaking me was I was definitely thinking about this wrong. So maybe 3 things. The misordering of these were not in order. And I think the code names not matching the masks was particularly tough. I am going to go up here just for the sake of... Oh, we're going down? I got to close it first. Make sure we have a save
As he
point.
rode the elevator up, Harry regretted not bringing a weapon. What if Bowen was still up there?
Oops, I just went back down. And back up we go. I would open on this side.
All right. Let's see what you're hiding here, you scoundrel.
Okay. Well, I think I will... Huh, can't pick up that coin or anything,
Well,
huh?
looks like they give this medal to just about anyone.
I think we will pause there and continue next time. See you then.